It's Mel from the Less Lethal Coalition, back again with another video. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video if you're feeling the content. All right, today I'm gonna touch on a couple things. I'm big on American history. I'm very big on US history. So that's my Confederate battle set currency. And that's my Union currency set. And over here you have my Parrot Barrel Civil War cannon from Gettysburg. Of course, this is all authentic from Gettysburg. I'm thinking about starting a YouTube journalism channel that pretty much is dedicated to the US Civil War. Comment down below if that's something you'd be interested in. What I want to talk about today is a misconception that I made about the Pepperball TCP holster. Okay, I wasn't that nice to Pepperball, and I would like to give them an apology publicly, because what I did not see when I ordered this was this right here. Okay, I was running it without that little screw in there and without that bolt to tighten it. Granted, this isn't the one that came with it. I don't think so. I think I might have overlooked it and just thrown it out. But that's the reason why this holster had pretty much no retention, and my marker was able to slide in and out of there. I had someone tell me down in the comments that if you tighten that bolt, you'll love it just as much as the Kydex holster. And I couldn't agree more. I went through my little screws that I had. Now, granted, it's the same dimensions to fit in there, but a little long here, but it's not gonna hurt anything. I think it's just fine. And look, if you remember the video that I posted, this would have slid out of there. So definitely want to give an A+ to Pepperball for this holster and give them a public apology, since the borderline slander was public. Shout out to Pepperball for this holster. As far as the Kydex, I think is just as effective. I don't have anything bad to say about either one of these holsters. I'll be keeping both of them, as well as upgrading to a Grimberg holster so I can have a laser and flashlight combo set up. All right, so I got that covered. Now, I want to talk about this First Strike right here that I put together. It's nothing too special about it. This was a flat black First Strike. What I went ahead and did was use Easy Off oven cleaner. Shout out to Sean for sharing that life hack. Now I didn't have to go buy the silver First Strike. So yeah, and basically what I went ahead and did here after that was I put an upgraded 12 gram magazine in here from Grimberg. And I took my stock rifled barrel from my Pepperball TCP and put it on this marker. I think it's got a different look to it. And you got to shoot it. It's, to say the least, it's a smooth shot. You got to shoot it. I can't sit here and tell you about it. You have to. It's one of those things you got to be there for. I love this First Strike. I really do. It's not my everyday carry, but I appreciate it. Now, as much as I love war and gore, me personally, myself, I don't like the idea of me killing people, which is one reason I chose Less Lethal. And I'm just glad to be a part of this culture, because that's what it's slowly become. That's what it's becoming. It's just a brotherhood of people that preserve life. And I love everything about that. And I'm just glad to be a spokesperson for this. Now, with that being said, I covered ammunition in my last video. Now, what I want to talk about today is how you're moving about when you're out there and you have your marker with you. Are you the egotistical type of person that thinks you have to bow to absolutely nothing because you have this on you? Or do you use your logic in everyday situations and try to really work around not having to use this thing at all? Because that's what it's going to boil down to. You have to lose the ego when you're out there and you have something like this, because it's a great responsibility and you can open the doors and get yourself into some trouble you might not be able to get out of as easily as you've gotten into it. Now, I'm not saying you got to be a bitch out there. Nah, not at all. What I'm saying is every situation isn't worthy of a response, let alone a negative response. Hey, man, what you looking at? Oh, I was just looking at your shirt. I've never seen that shirt before. Where'd you get it? Just jump in there and avoid the conflict. Deflect from the conflict. It's not hard to do. Yo, man, what you looking at? You want a problem? Your response should simply be, nah, man, I got enough of those. You should see all these bills on my table. Something like that. It's simple. This does not have to come out unless they're coming towards you aggressively in a manner where you fear for your life. Point blank, period. You gotta really be mindful in a situation where I'm getting ready to tell you about road rage, right? Road rage. You have to know, listen, let them have it. Not this. Let them have that parking space. Let them have that lane in traffic, okay? Yes, you're gonna feel like you've been bullied, or you're gonna feel like you have to let people bully you, but that's not true. You have to look at it from a standpoint of being wise, okay? Because you can trick yourself into some trouble quickly. Brandishing something like this through the window at that tractor trailer driver, absolute no-no. You're gonna get yourself thrown in prison. He's not a threat to you. Now, if you do get in a road rage incident where someone's following you and they're cursing you and they're moving very aggressive, you might want to veer off to your nearest exit, get on your cell phone, notify the police of your location, let them come out and handle it. Do not jump out of that car with this and try to be a problem solver. I mean, I don't want you guys to just start picking these things up just because they're readily available online, and then you go out into the world and think you have everything all under control, because you're wrong, okay? You're not going to get anywhere with this without compromise and the willingness to learn. To learn what carrying a firearm or a dangerous weapon is about. Knowing when and when not to deploy something like this, it's critical. And if you don't believe me, consequences of your actions and poor decisions have a quick way of reminding you of these things and showing you. Like I said, not every situation is worth it. It's just like that old saying goes, just because you can do something doesn't mean that you necessarily should. That's a key factor here when you're dealing with something like this. If you're not careful, something like this could get you killed, or get someone else killed and land you in a whole heap of trouble. Long story short, I don't want you to be that person. Don't be that person. Smell from the Less Lethal Coalition. You guys stay safe out there.